Nene, you.
You too, bitch.
You. I don't need your
You
comments.
want to set
You
it
know what?
straight?
I don't need your
Set
Get your finger out of my face.
You better watch
Get your
yourself. You
finger
better
out of my
watch
face.
yourself, trash.
What's up, everyone? Okay, I'm just going to do some quick comments on the whole Ethan, Trisha, David debacle or whatever's transpired in the past couple days. I have my notes here, and they're kind of all over the place, but this is a hard one. Like, this is a hard one. First of all, what to say? That whole live stream that they did was unreal. I cannot believe that Jeff called into that. I mean, what a fucking idiot. And I'm on his side here, and I'm like, dude, why did you do that? You know? Why did you do that? First of all, Ethan looked like he was borderline salivating the entire time. Like, he was so giddy and so erect and so aroused at the chance to, attack this guy. Like, it was so hard to watch that. But then Trisha's sitting there, and she's like hearing him out, and she's like a lot more chill in the situation. She's more like, you're not the one we seek. And he's not, she's trying to take down David and the rest of the fucking fools. But no, this whole thing is literally a farce. First of all, it's 3 years old, okay? If a crime happened, go to the frickin' police. Even in the fucking video, the live stream, they're sitting there like, I don't know, has a criminal case been brought up? It's like, then why are you even talking about this? This whole kangaroo YouTube courtroom, like, such a fucking joke. These people are playing with fire, okay? I don't know, and I'm not a fan of these people. Like, I don't like David, I don't like Jeff, I don't like these people, but I'm forced to defend them because this whole situation is so ridiculous. First of all, David Dobrik, like, again, I don't find the humor, in really any of it, but, like, if you want to make a joke and everyone knows that the whole thing is based on, like, comedy and these bits, they fucking DM'd the girls and was like, the girls knew who they were, like, they knew what they're getting into. They take zero responsibility. They never had to go to that thing. And I'm not saying, again, if a crime happened, they should have ran right to the police. But why didn't they? I wonder. Why didn't they go to the police? Seems a little bit suspicious, And the fact that, they're calling him, like, underage, like, with all these underage girls. And Jeff was right to speak up and be like, underage in terms of alcohol, so Ethan's going at, like, them for, like, some 20-year-olds drinking alcohol, like, okay, Dad, like, who the fuck are you, Ethan? Like, who the fuck are you? You have nothing to do with this, and you're cross-examining him, like, oh, there are so many stereotype jokes I could make. And I'll try to refrain myself. But like I said, Ethan was salivating. He looked like Dolores Umbridge in the illustrations from the Harry Potter books. Oh, God, like a child on Christmas morning. Like, it's like, what are you getting out of this, Ethan? Like, you're getting all this fucking money, all the fucking views. When I watched that live stream, it had almost 2 million views. So it's like, Jeff isn't wrong to bring up the whole paywall thing. Like, a lot of people are making a lot of money off of this, and Ethan has absolutely nothing to lose. And this is why, again, so many stereotypes here, so many stereotypes. Ethan is so fucking stupid. Even at one point, he was like, do you think because the New York Times charges, like, a subscription fee that nothing is credible in their newspaper? I'm like, oh man, who the fuck reads the New York Times? Do you know how awful the New York Times is? What a rag of horseshit propaganda. And he hails it as, like, the most credible thing in the world. This is why this is so fucking dangerous. Because these people have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Also, like, Jeff is so charming, such a sweet talker, and you can sort of see his skill at how to navigate people, and it's no wonder. Wasn't James Charles trying to fuck him for, like, years a while back? Like, whatever happened with that? Did they bone? I don't really know. And Jeff's, like, fucking sitting there with his motherfucking LaCroix. He has no style whatsoever. But again, I find myself on his side. I almost kind of fucking love that he didn't read the article. He probably glazed, like, the parts where his name was mentioned, but otherwise he just, like, didn't read the article. And that's so fucking based, because it's so bullshit. Like, these people think that they're like Sherlock Holmes or like detectives or something. And I'm like, what do you want out of this? And it really, I think I brought this up already before, maybe in my other channel, how I'm really getting nervous at this whole like quasi legal system that the YouTube world is starting to generate. Like that really kind of scares me as far as like, again, like Kim Kardashian. Why are you becoming a lawyer? It seems like there's going to be some sort of unholy marriage between social media personalities that have a lot of power and legal authority, and these two things are coming together in a really grotesque match, in my opinion. But yeah, David DACA Dobrik, because he's a big fan of the whole DACA recipients. I believe he's one of them. Again, not a fan of him, but I'll defend his right to make a joke. Is it like rape humor? Sure, but some people fucking find that funny. Obviously, the video got like probably a couple million views at the time, because remember, this is 3 years old, and yeah, it's humor. It's fucking a joke. Like, these people take this shit so seriously, but again, I'll say, if a crime was committed, I'm not going to defend the R word. Like, obviously that's wrong, but I question, again, the motives of the girls being there. What are you exactly are you doing? Like, they're very well known in this part of town around, I'm guessing, USC and other college campuses in the area. Like, they know what they're doing. And then, of course, the leftists, they'll call it a power dynamic, like these people are using their celebrity to get what they want. It's like, yeah, maybe they are, but these other people have to take just as much fucking responsibility. I have no sympathy for that whatsoever. It's like, what you're getting yourself into, and if any malfeasances come from it, like, go to the police, but they didn't go to the police. So what are we doing here? And they talk about the vendetta thing. It's clear that like Trisha kind of has a little bit of a vendetta. I understand that she probably doesn't like to be called crazy or anything like that, but like, why are you pushing this so hard? Like, if they're shitty people, like, that's fine. Like, we all know they're shitty people. Like, why does it always have to go, like, if we want to get rid of someone, it always has to go to the whole sexual assault level, and then we can get rid of them. It's like, why can't we just like, your contact sucks, like, we're just gonna, go in a different way. The same thing happens with Jeffree Stars all the time, They try to come after him for, like, racism and, like, bullshit like that. It's like, no, why don't you make fun of him because he's nouveau riche and he spends his money like someone who has absolutely no idea, no idea what style is. It's all very gaudy, very flashy, very gauche. Like, why don't you go after the fact that, at a certain point, all his packaging started to get his ugly-ass pancake face on it, and that's when his sales started to go down. It wasn't until he started to put his fucking body, his grotesque body, on every single corner of the packaging that it just sort of went downhill. There are other reasons for people's demise, not this pseudo-hypocrisy that these leftists on YouTube try to push. It's so wrong, so wrong, because for people who actually have these issues, who've actually been in situations like this, they're making a fucking joke out of it. Like, again, and making a hell of a lot of money off of it too. Views, clickbait. Like, there was a part of it where he was like, clickbait has nothing to do with it. Like, are you fucking... Again, I am really withholding a lot of stereotypical jokes right now because Ethan is a piece of shit. Piece of shit. He knows exactly what he's doing, too. He's going to suck up all of this attention here. And that's why Trisha is like so miles ahead of Ethan. And even she, I love that she kind of got like a little bit of a, he called me the most successful person post-Vlog Squad. And it's true, like Ethan needs Trisha. Trisha doesn't need Ethan. I like their show, don't get me wrong, but Ethan is disgusting. And a lot of the things they joke about James Charles preying on little girls. So it's okay for them to joke about that type of humor. But when David DACA Dobrik, and Jeff LaCroix Wittek start making jokes about it, then it's not okay, And then I start to really question, I don't think David, is he Jewish? I don't really know. And Jeff seems to be partially Hispanic. I don't really know, but these seem again more they seem to be bearing the brunt of being just white straight males, on the wrong end of the stick here, and the whole internet can just go and attack them because we all know if these people were just a little bit browner, this wouldn't even be a conversation. They wouldn't have even been bringing it up, and so it's there's a couple different things. And a lot of people who become famous or like well-known artists, they talk about like the timing, there has to be a particular appetite in the culture for what they're offering. And sometimes they don't even know that they have an appetite for it until they see it and they're like, oh, I want that so much. But timing, and that's why a lot of these things, it's like, why did you wait? I know Trisha's been complaining about this for years, but it's all of a sudden a little bit suspicious that now all of a sudden, people are getting on board. I don't know. It's probably not the opinion that anyone else wants to hear. And again, I'm not a fan of the Vlog Squad. I'm not a fan of any of these people. I hate them so much. Their humor is like, bleh. But at the same time, you know what you're getting into. That's why you just don't watch their content or you just don't interact with them. And if people do interact with them and then they're like, oh, that wasn't quite the experience that I wanted, then you have to take responsibility. I've been in countless situations where I'm like, shit, I wish I didn't do that. But I'm not going to go fucking blame the other person. Why did you bring me here? It's like, what? Infants. Totally infants. Anyways, I'll leave it there. I love you all so much. Bye.
It's a Mr. Theron production.